How's it going, fellow Detroit Red Wings fans? So the NHL entry draft was last week, and the Wings of course had a good year. Of course, the biggest news of the draft, at least for the Red Wings, was acquiring Ville Husso from the St. Louis Blues. A breakout goalie last season that took over starting duties during the regular season. Binnington took back the starting job in the playoffs, but nonetheless, there's a lot of potential, and now the Wings will have Husso and Nedeljkovic in net and should provide some solid depth goaltending. Aside from that, the Red Wings also picked up a good prospect at 8th overall. I know not everyone was happy with the selection, but it is a very good pick nonetheless. And also, if you know Yzerman, it completely makes sense. Before I get into the Austrian Marco Kasper, I want to give a shout out to Bob Kaminsky. We have had tremendous support from you guys and want to thank you guys for making the Red Wing Nation community a community. So if you want to get a shout out, make sure you subscribe and join the discussion with lots of other great fans of this team and sport. So we are going to get into what Yzerman said about the pick, but I wanted to take a look at Kasper myself first. So just to the basics, Kasper stands at 6 feet 2 inches, 187 pounds, originally from Austria, but now currently plays in the SHL with Rögle. He really made his first mark in the SHL this season, playing 46 games, recording 7 goals, 4 assists for 11 points, and then added on 6 points in 13 playoff games. He clearly got better as the season went on, and especially into the playoffs. And that's what Detroit scouts believed as well. Going from the regular season to the playoffs, he jumped from averaging 11 minutes and 44 seconds a night to averaging 14 minutes and 16 seconds a night. These are of course just numbers, but going from a bottom line guy to being somewhat in the mix of the top 6, top 9 as an 18-year-old and a center is pretty astounding. So why does this pick make a lot of sense, especially in the eyes of Yzerman? We look around at the team and the prospect pool, and you see goalie pretty well taken care of. Also, there's no goalie prospects in this draft that should go as high as 8. Defense is pretty well taken care of, at least enough not to think of selecting one unless David Jiricek or Simon Nemec fell down the draft board. Leaving us with the offense, and yeah, that is our weakest point. Regardless if you're talking about centers or wingers, the Wings need more and a stronger offense. But the one spot in the forward lineup that is glaring and doesn't have players that can already play that position, well, is center. Really, we only have Larkin currently. Suter is okay, and Rasmussen and Veleno could pan out, but haven't shown enough yet. Wingers, we have Bertuzzi and Raymond more than holding down their own, and even if Bert was traded away, we have Vrana, Zadina, and more that could take that spot. Not to mention Bergeron, Soderblom, and Hannes, along with more on the way. So, of course, Yzerman was going to use the pick on a center. For it to make even more sense, this center was climbing up draft boards this year. Like all of his previous first-round selections, especially Kosa and Seider. Also, like Raymond and Edmondson, Kasper will be playing on the same team as other high-profile Red Wings prospects, Wallander and Niederbach in Rögle. You add in the physical and never give up on a play attitude, plus in Yzerman's words, complete game that isn't too flashy, of course Yzerman is going to select him. Now, enough of my opinion, let's see what Yzerman said about him. After the first round wrapped up, he spoke with reporters and talking about why he selected Kasper, he says, "I really like everything about the way he plays. Good size, good skater, good hockey sense. We drafted him as a center, but he can play any of the 3 forward positions. We think he's a solid all-around hockey player." Yzerman continues on saying, "He's not super flashy, he just kind of plays and makes the right plays. Very efficiently, fundamentally sound, he plays simple, drives to the net." Also, Lidström said about Kasper, "He's strong on the skates, fearless, finishes hits, he competes every shift. It's impressive to see a young player work that hard." So yeah, you should be excited about the pick. How long until we see him in a Red Wings uniform? I wouldn't expect this season, unless he really shows something to Yzerman in camp. Most likely next season, giving him another year of development, of playing big minutes as a center against men. Maybe, and a strong maybe, another one in Grand Rapids where he can be closely watched and refine his game further in the faceoff circle along with the rest of his game. What do you guys think of the pick? Let us know down below. Red Wing Nation was designed and created to be a community of Red Wings fans that can come together and talk about all things Red Wings. If you like this video, make sure you drop a like. That way we make more content that you like. And lastly, if you are a fan of this channel and want to support it, make sure you go over to our Etsy store, get yourself a custom Detroit jersey with your name and number on it. And until next time, lights on the Red Light District.